Sometimes you gotta ruffle a few feathers. You know, because staying silent is definitely not what God wants you to do or wants us to do. That is what the enemy wants, or whomever is trying to cause chaos in your life. That's what they want you to do. You see, he, she, or they don't like being called out about their lies, their games, manipulation, tricks, and schemes, or whatever it is that they may be up to. But you got to realize that your silence only gives them more strength and power. I'm going to say it again. Your silence and you being silent only gives them more strength and power, and you don't want to give anyone that much power. The only one that should have that much power is God, not the enemy, not any person, not anyone over you. And as long as you remain silent and don't speak up for yourself, they will have the upper hand. Ephesians 5:11, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, meaning that you should avoid participating in sin. Don't take part in it or condone it. You can expose these acts by simply living and doing what you know is right. You know, choosing not to be a part or to take part in whatever it is that they may be trying to get you to do, what they are doing that you know is wrong, by just simply just simply makes it clear to them that you do not approve with what they are doing. All you have to do is explain in a respectful way to them why it's wrong. And if they become upset with you, then so be it. Because at least you tried to lead them in a better direction. But it's up to them to want to turn away from their evil ways. Now, all you got to do is pray over yourself that God continues to cover you, and that he will open their eyes to see that what they are doing and trying to get you to do or others to do is not right. You see, only God can change their heart for them to want to live and to do what is right. But also, you have to stay woke, because sometimes just because you told them no, do you even realize that they may try to make it look like you're delusional, and all along knowing very well that you're not delusional. And they may even sometimes try to get others to feel the same way or think the same way about you, because you have spoken up to them and they weren't able to pull you into their mess. You see, you got to be careful, because they will sometimes even do things to try to physically hurt you, because they weren't able to control you like they have or are controlling others. They will do things to make it look like you did things that never even happened, like offering you a drink or soda, and you might think that they're just simply trying to be nice, but they're really not. But you won't even know that they have slipped or put something into your drink or your soda, and them doing that has altered your perception of things. This way, you won't be able to think clearly. And you don't want anything like that to happen, because they be like, I asked them nicely and they just keep saying no. And they have a problem with people that say no to them, because, no one has ever said no to them. Well, so then they'll say things like, well, I'm going to show them, because, their problem is no one ever tells them no. And they just can't believe that you said no and you continue to say no. And all because you drank the soda that the enemy has given you. They are now able to do whatever they want to do to you and set the scene to make it look like you were taking part in things that you clearly were not and would never have done. And when they start to show others what they want to act like you have done, when they show it to them, like videos or things like that, or pictures or things like that, if they don't have the discernment that everyone should pray and ask God to give them, they won't even be able to see or know that something is not right about what they are showing them. You see, the enemy always tries to stay at least one step ahead of you, but then there is still always one person that they simply just cannot fool, who will clearly see straight through their lies. And the enemy doesn't realize that God placed that one person around for such a time as this. So you see, the enemy approached you trying to get you to turn away from God, but you called the enemy out. And now you know what? The enemy is mad. Therefore, he is retaliating. Because in the end, he knows that God got all the glory, or is going to get all the glory, because now God is taking down the people and all of them who are going along with everything that the people are doing to you or have done to you and to others. And though you had to go through whatever situation that you may have gone through, or may even still be going through, or have had to experience those things in your life, throughout your life, or maybe in the near future, you just never know when you might go through things. It's only to make you stronger. I know sometimes when you're going through the things, it doesn't seem like it's to make you stronger, but it really does make you stronger, and it opens your eyes to a lot of different things. Sometimes people are upset with God because of the trials they've gone through or have had to endure, or may even have to endure in life. But the truth is, they are not thinking, or they are not thinking, or are one of those ones who may simply just not believe in God. And that's not good at all for anyone not to believe in God, because God is real. Whether you want to believe it or not, for anyone that doesn't believe, God is real. Because you see, Jesus went through far more than any of us have or ever will experience in our life. I'm going to repeat it again. Jesus went through far more than any of us have or ever will experience in our lives here on this earth. So, I don't know about you, but as for me, I am always going to speak up, because that is the right thing to do. And God gave me my voice to speak up. So I'm going to continue to speak up for the rest of my life. If he didn't want me to speak up, he wouldn't lead me to do it. But he has led me to do it. So, therefore, I'm going to continue to speak up. And if speaking up ruffles any feathers, then so be it. That's just how it's going to be. So, are there any rough feathers that's ruffled? Or are your feathers ruffled? They may be, but do I care? No, because I'm going to keep speaking what God leads me to speak, and I'm going to speak up when God leads me to speak up. So, for all those with the ruffled feathers, continue with your ruffled feathers. They're just going to have to stay ruffled. And to anyone else, if God leads you to speak up, do that as well. Don't worry about ruffling any feathers. They'll be just fine. So thank you so much to everyone for listening. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope the air conditioning wasn't too loud for you all. I was trying to speak over it, but I hope you have a wonderful evening. I am Cre-cre Inspires. I create to inspire. Bye for now.